Good morning, everybody. All right, so we've got these 1, 2, 3 continuation patterns you can see right here, but they're a little extended. We'll see. Things were up a little bit more. They're coming in a little here. No big deal. Just looking at where the spiders are. They're still above these highs for 549 and a half. So gapping up a little bit so far. Little base there. And so we've got several hours of consolidation. It's gapping a little bit above it. It shouldn't break down, close below it, which would be, yesterday, day before yesterday's lows there. So there's a line in the sand, set an alert a little bit below there, see if they're coming in or not. Maybe they continue to march up toward 550. Were they up there today? Yeah, they were. They were up there. They were above 550, about 550 and a half. Um, so, next whole number area, 5,500 on SPX. Probable stopping point. Just looking at the biggest open interest expiring tomorrow, way down below 5,300. Odds are it's never getting there. But then we'll see what happens. This is a options expiration little blow off. And then we'll be going to next week, end of the month, beginning of the month, some money inflows, maybe hold things together. But either way, things are getting a little extended. Internals still are not aligned. You can see maybe the sentiment comes up. By the way, check your end of day data on the total put call ratio, because in eSignal it was wrong. It was like 2 point something. And if you check the CBOE site, it closed at 0.80. So you might have to adjust your data. Just look at the day-to-day data. If you see the closing bar up there above 2, like mine was, it's wrong. So breadth and sentiment not giving us any heads up. There's still gas in the tank. That means where it could go higher. The trend is up. Weekly trend is up. Hourly trend is up. But we've got a little shelf of support there. So be aware if it breaks below that. And we'll see where it goes from there. There's an unfilled gap down below. You've got a larger area of consolidation. And we'll see if it holds or not. All right. SPX, doing it for getting out of the way. Yeah, I think that's far enough away. Any news? Just check the news, see what is coming out. Some crude oil numbers coming out at 11 o'clock, but maybe maybe it'll be a mover. Meaning, well, the market's moving on a few stocks, right? We know that the breadth is terrible, but look at this move in crude oil after this breakdown, and this move all the way back up above these pivots. So far, the market doesn't care. It obviously becomes an inflation concern, but interest rates are still lower. See the 10-year, up a little bit this morning, but a wide range bar down. Factory work, we marked off the middle of the range last week to see if it stays on a closing basis in the bottom half of the wide range bar. So far it is. You can see the pivot over there to the left, which it's holding on. Set an alert down below here, up above there, on an intraday basis. Might be a piece of information worth knowing. Not sure. Silver moving up a little bit. not the greatest pattern, but on the 50 and holding and minor support, maybe the beginning of a turn. Wait, gold, still just a big mess. Here's obviously a line in the sand that should not be violated on a closing basis. And so far it is. Converging MAs there in the bottom of this wide range bar. We'll see if it starts moving up or not. No action points there to do anything. Bitcoin, it's up, but it failed here. It broke the pivot. It's grinding down. We'll see what it does. No action points here to do anything, which is the case in most things that we look at, is that so many indices are either extended. We looked at, the NASDAQ 100. There's another 1, 2, 3, but extended. Last week we talked about 20,000. It almost tagged it. It's up above here a little bit. Clearly, it shouldn't close down below this wide range bar. That's the factory work. Unfilled gaps down below, extended from the 20. So far, up, 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 until it's not. Looking at other things like the Dow, just, a technical mess. No action points, just whipping back and forth. A lot of things like that. The transports broke down under support. They recovered a bit on that, that day, moved up a little bit into resistance. Trend is down. So another negative piece of information. And we all know the situation with, what's moving the market. And Nvidia's up this morning a bit. As I looked, that was gapping up, $140 right now, gapping up about $5. And read somewhere, someone just raised their target to 200. So we'll see how that goes. What else? The Russell, another no action chart, and just whipping back and forth, trying to maybe grinding its way down. But yeah, that's the theme. A few things doing well, a couple of things doing well, most things in the middle of nowhere, like financials. Just another chart whipping back and forth. Sloppy ranges. Semiconductors. It's starting to go vertical. And sure, this is gapping up now. Just see where it's at. It was up near 283 or 4. So 279, 280. So gapping up, unfilled gap down here. Now gapping up. So, the risk is increasing, as far as some kind of corrective process is going to happen. KRE, regional banks. So far, everything's holding above the edge of so far, not breaking down into a void below. Set an alert. As long as it stays above there, it's just in a messy range. Nothing happening. Home builders, gapped up on the interest rates coming down. Kind of a muted response to what it has been in the past when interest rates came down. These, typically soared back up again, but again, in the middle of nowhere. No advantage. Software had a decent rally, right? The break below and a depth of retracement rally, that's one positive. Now, what it does here, can it hold here, go sideways? So we got to continue to do the work to monitor where money is flowing into and out of. Internet, just another chart in the middle of no man's land. Retailing, same thing. You can see, bottom of the range, top of the range. It's in the middle of the range. Airlines on the edge there. So what else? Currencies, they lowered interest rates. What was the article I just read? That I didn't read the article. Bank of England holds off on a rate cut. So there's one holding its own. So currencies are weak, dollar up, interest rates down. It's just, an official mess. A majority of sectors just in the middle of nowhere, and a big mess, and a few things doing well. Pick the right things, stay out of the mess, and we'll get beyond this. All yours, Dan.
Good morning. Let's take a look. What we got? Yeah, Alex, I was just thinking, what's going to be the cumulative inflation? Do y'all remember I said 2 years ago when hamburgers at this place I go to on the boat are $18 now, maybe 19, and I said, do you really think when the supply chain gets fixed, they're going to say, oh, well, let's go back to $12 hamburgers now because we fixed the supply problem? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. All right, so Dell kind of gapping up here, big news. They're doing something with it, SMCI. Um, we were going to do a put spread on this on Friday, but it was too spready. Nvidia is just unstoppable. Greg, I heard an upgrade to 160. I guess somebody else came out of the closet. I guess my view on upgrades, downgrades of when they do them on the chart, they're just they're late to the party. Why were you not upgrading it down here? All right, a couple of alarms. Walmart, we're still in long calls. CL alarm went off, but I don't see any prints. HPE. We actually took our money Friday, 30-minute low. There was some news on that. Roku alarm. I know Alex was shorting that Friday. Still weak here, not gapping up with the market. That could be a day trade I watch. Trump. We left some money on the table. Look at this thing gapping down. We were in trail mode on Friday because we shorted this continuation breakdown, and we could have just trailed a day's high, but I didn't want to give up $5 gain. But obviously, in retrospect, that would have been a better idea because this has room to go to 25. That's a void. Well, this pivot was in alignment with that. Oh well, it was a good trade, nothing to do with it now. ON was in the news of some sort. These are earnings trades. EMC, to gap in a downtrend, no interest. DRI, it's a bottoming pattern. This, I think next Wednesday we're doing bottoming patterns MT live. So this is the start. Nice big move, 20 MA flatten out, 20 is starting to curl. There's a void. but it just needs more chopping around up here at the top of the range. So I'll keep an eye on that. GMS 82. You know, when you got to go to your weekly chart to see the cap, it looks lower, the topping pattern. So, you know, we'll be talking about bottoming and topping patterns. That's a topping pattern. But, you know, I'm not shorting something down $8. Kroger 54. That's a big bullish gap. Gap's excessive for me. Jable. We actually did a put spread on this on Thursday. And it rallied so much, we just took our money ahead of earnings. I think we had the 105s, I think. So despite this gap down, you know, volatility crush, you would have been fine holding it, but we didn't have to deal with it. A recent IPO having earnings. Wait, but this says 814. Maybe was that a typo? Sure, TC. Winnebago. So this is another example of the slowing consumer. Remember during COVID, these things were ripping because people had money and they were bored and they were buying boats and furniture. So now look at the 20 and 50 MA. That looks lower. We'll come back to them. AutoZone, wow, that ripped into earnings. ABH gapping up. 30-minute high. We could do a put spread. Today is Thursday with yesterday holiday. So we can try to do some 1 DTEs. Gapping up, no great pattern. So with IBM up, so, you know, semis again are still in play. Here's a big old bottoming pattern. We actually traded this last week, and I think we sold the gap up or something. I forget exactly. But that's the bottoming pattern. 20 MA flattened, got a rising 200. You got a void to the low 180s. So that looks good to watch. A NVIDIA 30-minute low, I will consider a call spread for tomorrow only, not for next week. You know, just short-term exhaustion if it takes out a 30-minute low. What else? GBA was one of my favorite new trades for today. Gap, bullish price action at resistance. You got a 180 on the weekly. But the gap up's messing us up. Shoot. But, you know, the usual suspects, MUs, gapping up. AMD has just not been running with the pack. You know, Abgo. Hey, no, that's opening flat. And that's a Climo, so I like that one as a call spread. Let's put Abgo there. That is not gapping up. That's a 180. Even though it's kind of weird with these two gaps. But you got a 180 far from the 20. So technically, this is a better call setup than NVIDIA. Sergey on YouTube asking about IoT. It's a very sloppy Climo. It's not. It's a bearish downtrend, and it got a dead cat bounce, and it's in an uptrend on the 15-minute chart. But I don't know how high it's going to get. You know, it's going to run into trouble. I can find 10 times better trades. Here's a few I'm watching. From Fox F I gave. If it is gapping up, then we're gonna have to cancel that. We were gonna do a half lot. Let me put that in the window so I can watch it. Fox F. Caesar's Palace. Ideally, we get a 1, 2, 3. But I gave that as a put spread idea over the closing price. Lennar, I gave as a call spread idea. And that's a bearish end of day base. So that's a great day trade short too. And it's not gapping up with KBH being up on earnings. So let's watch that. 5 minute low, short the lows, top over 150. So it's $2. Reddit. No, it's not, I would not expect a new high because of this deep retracement. See, that got slammed 100% back down to these prior tails. Shouldn't have done that. Should have stopped on minor support up here. But over Friday's high, put spread. So I posted a few new trades yesterday. Pavel asking about some soup. May it run up to dividend payment on July 3rd and then have a pullback for re-entry? You're throwing extraneous information that doesn't affect me as a pattern trader. It's had a bit, it is a 1, 2, 3, but we do not take 1, 2, 3s after multiple big up bars. So it does look higher, but it's not a great pattern. Following this, having its troubles with the Fed coming after him. Their CEO was getting grilled the other day on Congress. So that's nothing to do there. All right, what else? Mixing. I have an alarm up there. On WRK. Now see, this is a climb up with a 5-bar turn. And so now it's gapping over this red bar. So that's worth watching on a pullback. I'll put that in a window. Sam, I am mentioned urban. We did not get a 1, 2, 3, but it looks good. Trump we talked about. ACN had earnings and some buybacks. That's a double bottom right there. Not a great one, being right there at the 20 like that, but that's a very bullish gap. I just don't know what to do with it. JetBlue, I emphasize the word potential bottoming pattern. Had an exhaustion there, but it has to get over that red bar. We can find better. Moss, potential bottoming pattern. NRG, that was on Sam's list, not crazy about it. Munso, I think Sam has this as a day trade short watch under Tuesday's low would be your entry. Offset, we talked about. Chad, Sam brought this to my attention. This is an AI ETF. That's bullish pattern, all-time highs. Pins. Ideally it'll go sideways another day or two. Below, I have as a call spread idea. Call spread idea under Friday's low. PLD. Put spread idea, but it has to get over Tuesday's high or else forget about it. XLY is a 1, 2, 3. Not sure about the target though, but XLY looks good. Alpha India. Mr. I said was a condor candidate, but it's just too spready. If you could do the 1200, 1800 condor, that's a nice wide range. Coin, nothing. Hood. We finally stopped out. We were in this. Oh, IBM, we have a put spread. I was looking on my sheet for a directional. We did a put spread on Tuesday. You know what? Let's just bid a penny for the short put. Yeah. No stop, 30-minute low. All right, let me type that out. 1 second. We got less than a minute to go, so we're done. Sam, how were your parades yesterday? And stayed out of trouble. Prox alarm. Prox. I'm not trading I don't trade in the first 5 minutes, but it's right at this prior high. Ideally, it'd be a 30-minute high. Tiva is stopping out. We talked about that it feels like Monday a little bit with the holiday, so I gotta keep saying Tuesday. All right, we have the June 16.5 calls that are stopping out. And 35. So it's just intrinsic value. Because the spreads are bad, so I'll record it out at 40 cents. But we knew bar by bar analysis that it wasn't looking good. Q's coming in hard. Abgo middle chart, I told you. Call spread idea. Let me look. They're probably going to be spreading, but cyber low alarm. Reddit low alarm, but it didn't trigger, so ignore it. All right, Abgo, 1880 for tomorrow. There's juice, but it's spreading. Let's do 1900. Well, it's 40 cents, but the 1900s. Yeah, you're gonna get filled. The midpoints bobbing all over the place. I read it, it's fine. I mean, it's not triggered, so it doesn't matter. I see Mixies down, but we're not in. All right, so Reddit is not looking good if you were long, but we knew that with the deeper tracement we talked about. Cyber. Yeah, we cyber 240. We're in a 240, 254. Oh yeah, that was break even. Yeah, let's kill the back half. We had an early alarm. Yeah, that was on the list. But I'm busy focusing on alarms. But yeah, no, that's a go. Okay, so good. It did not gap over the entry. So Fox F, I gave a half lot. So that's good to go. $48.88. Wow, Crocs ripped. Oh man. Did I give that official or just set an alarm? No, I did not. Okay, shoot. Yeah, that was a good one. Caesar's Palace. Um, yeah, I I gave it as a put spread. Why did my alarm not go off? Sees. Oh yeah, well, because my alarm went off pre-market. That's why. All right, 36.34. Let's see if we're gonna get filled. 36.34. Midpoint is 20. And I'm wanting 30, so we're not filled as of yet. All right, Lennar snap back, so let's wait for the low under 147.08. Actually, let's cancel it because we're not going to get the desired credit. Well, I gave the put spreading procs, not a directional. I gave this. So that should have been filled because I gave it 12 cents under Friday's closing price. 152. Oh, it's a little spready, a lot spready, 50 by 80. Wow, that's spready. Wow, that is too spready. So let's cancel Crocs. Cancel that. PLD, it's not going to trigger, but I'll just leave it. Reddit. Below, still weak. Got TPX. Where'd I be at? We have the 167, 165. It's a it's a nickel now. Let's just move the days low. 172.18. AGR, we are in short. All right, cancel this app go. Go stop 1862. Oh, 18 1882. Wow. Wow. I didn't expect that. I loved it as a put spread idea. I didn't expect a directional to do that. Or AVB. We still have original stop. So as of now, it's a little breakout failure. We're still in, looks great. Let me tighten the stop. Golf Lima up alarm. I don't remember. That's our shorts that we're in. That I don't like. BNL. I mean, it's sloppy, but I like the 15 actually. I don't know what the target. It's just sloppy, but if you want to day trade it and just see if it'll plow a little bit, but not not my style. That's GVA I love, but the gap messed it up. All right, Golf Lima. What's our stop? 82.50. So we're still in it, but doesn't look good. Duolingo, our stop is. Why do I say set the long at 9501? Makes no sense. And nobody said anything to me on the spreadsheet. I just totally buy this thing. Hey, Robert. Oh, it looks nice. Yeah, I'm going through opens now, as you can tell. Yeah, looks great. Mm. Oh, losing momentum, but looks good. Spiders are a tad stronger right now. IWM just ripped also on the 15. Walmart. Let's see, our stop was 60s. Oh, it held the stop by 2 cents. We have the 66 calls that expire tomorrow. $1.95.
Yeah, and take a look at Dell. You want to do $165 call spread expiring tomorrow.
Yeah. Wow, they're massive for tomorrow. Which one were you looking at? What's chart?
165, you could go to 167 and change. A
Exactly.
little less, right?
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. Yeah, it's 50 cents. Well, $7.50 wide. Yeah, let's do that. Duolingo stopping out, profit. Caesar's nice move there, Sam. Yeah, yeah, I like that one better than another one you were doing because it's this one's kind of like a cliffhanger, can't get going. Bearish weekly. Set an alarm. We didn't get into Mixie. I didn't like the deep retracement on Tuesday. Fox F, new high.